Happy summer!
Yeah, it is officially
It's
summer
officially
now.
summer.
Officially summer.
Isn't that crazy?
And I can feel it too because it is light so early and light so much later, and I love it.
I love it too because for me, I could sleep in any condition. Even if it's light out, I could still fall asleep. So it doesn't bother me. And then I wake up and it's light. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. I like waking up and it's light.
I trust me, I love that, and I've been waking up so much earlier recently. But yeah, the sun's kind of shining in. I'm like, and it just it gives me that
Helps.
boost.
It really does.
And because as it the year goes on, then it's tough. It's a little
is
bit harder to get up.
It's pitch black dark outside.
Not a
It
fan.
could be really tough. I'm totally with that. So I have a lot to discuss, and can I just go ahead and start with my first grievance?
Is it Taylor related, or are we gonna get there?
First of all,
This was
how'd
a
you
guess,
know?
by the way.
How'd you know?
Because I was
Who
going to bring
told
up
you?
I was going to bring up the fact that apparently they have they got permits from the city and they've closed down streets around Madison Square Garden.
I need the media to stop rage baiting me about Taylor Swift's wedding. That is what's happening here. They are
How's
all
it rage bait?
rage baiting me. Taylor Swift is not getting married in Madison Square Garden.
Why?
I think they're gaslighting me to think that she is. There's these permits and no one knows who's blocked off the streets, and it would be the perfect place for a wedding because she could have it controlled. And I don't believe that.
There was a stage company that said that they were building the stage for it. It's a specific stage. But why not? If you have that many people, it's a secure venue. You know the venue. Chiefs players have rented out hotel rooms in Manhattan. It makes sense. Well, what's wrong with having it there?
It just doesn't feel right to me.
But I also feel like at that status, you do it somewhere else, you're getting infiltrated. It's not going to be the same anyway. So I kind of respect, it is weird. I don't disagree.
Yeah.
But in a way, I think it does make sense. Speaking of which, did you see the video of her singing with Lainey Wilson the other day? How awesome was that in Nashville?
Neat. I loved that.
It was so
and she
fun.
flashed her ring as he got down on the floor. No, I am so excited for her. Listen, it's not that I understand everyone's arguments. Like, no, this makes sense. And I agree. It's really hard. A lot of famous people, they get married.
Maybe they're going to televise it. Maybe they're going to do something on it, and so they have to have a spot like this so you can watch it later. And you're going to sit here and be grumpy about it? They're doing it for you, Mary.
I don't want them to do it for me, though. Here's a good example. Zendaya and Tom Holland. Now, you can make the argument that they're not as big as Taylor Swift globally.
It's not even having to make that argument. I mean,
But they are very big
Yeah.
A-list celebrities.
Yeah.
A lot of people are interested in their wedding. We have not seen any photos. We have no idea, but we do know that they got married.
because it's
How'd they do it?
but it's not the same.
You don't think it's the same?
No.
You think she's so big that it would get leaked somehow?
Taylor it's different.
But Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, they got married, and we only saw the photos that Selena posted.
Still not the same.
I don't know. I think there's ways that you can do it, and
None
not
of
make it at
them
Madison
none
Square
of
Garden.
them have the reach or that touch point that none of them do. Taylor's on a different, she's in a different universe.
But does it make sense to do it at a space
And more people care.
that is so central? Like, it's so, like, are people going to be buying plane tickets to be in New York City that weekend?
And that's possible. And so it could be smoke and mirrors. But again, if you look at what has happened in that building, the security measures in that building alone probably top the majority of other places.
Yeah. And I do agree with the argument that she has enough money that she could transform it to make it not look like an arena. I do agree with that.
And I still think it's odd that you just like, I'm going to get married in an arena.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. And then someone saying, well, maybe they're doing something big like this with everyone and then a smaller, like more private
And that's possible too. Maybe this is the
ceremony.
party. Maybe they're already married, and then this
Right.
is like the reception or something.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me that it's there. Like
You're losing sleep over this.
I am, because
I'm not.
part of me thinks that this is just a smoke and mirror, that this is just a distraction, that her team has leaked this. So we're all going to flock to Madison Square Garden and they're going to be getting married elsewhere.
And I think that that's possible too, but why go through all of the trouble just for that? Why not just not say a word?
Because it's like what you said, she's in a different universe. It's going to be infiltrated. And what a funny little scheme that would be. She has enough money to like get the permits, book the things, close down the streets. And what if it just sits empty?
Or what if none of that's even going to happen?
Or what if it's someone else? What if someone else had a big 4th of July party planned?
I mean, that's possible. You know what, though?
What?
It doesn't really affect me at all.
No, but it really stresses me out. So it really stresses me out. And like, I just don't want it to be there. I don't. And also, here's the thing. All the media, they've been coming out with this. We've heard this. And it's like, no offense, media. By the way, I understand I work in the media. But no offense, media. You have never been the ones to discover something. It has been the boots on the ground Swifties who are doing their digging and their due diligence. And all of a sudden the media is like, well, we've heard from officials. Well, guess what? The officials have never leaked any information. It's always been the Swifties doing detective work. And she's made it clear that her personal life, she doesn't drop Easter eggs. So we're respecting that. We want her to have the wedding of her dreams. Okay?
We good?
Yeah, I'm good now.
All right, cool. Glad you feel better.
So on
Glad I could be here.
another note, I get married in a little over a month now. So about
It's
5
you that you're going to be at Madison Square Garden, aren't you? Dang it, I knew it.
That's hilarious. That would be a nightmare. No. I am feeling very excited, though, about
That's
my
awesome.
wedding approaching, my upcoming nuptials.
You
if
should
will.
be excited. That is exciting.
It hasn't been too stressful. Well, there's been
I would say there's probably been stressful moments.
There's been stressful moments. It's funny because I was telling Teus I have this idea for a video of Instagram reel today that's like about a bride at work and like, multitasking bridal things. And I'm not going to lie. Am I sometimes looking at a seating chart in the office?
No.
No. But I think for the most part, I'm a pretty relaxed bride because I have a wedding planner and I have my mother and my older sister who are very hands-on. So it's allowed me to just be not too stressed out, which has been good. I will say though, having to make room for Nate to move in, that's been a little bit more tough. But my parents came in town last weekend and we cleared out a closet. We managed to empty one of them.
That's nice that you're going to let him put his clothes in a closet. That's very sweet.
I thought so
of
too.
you.
I thought that was very generous.
I'm still struggling to try to get one.
No, I was a little indifferent about the closet as well, but my parents insisted. So, but we moved that, and then I kind of like rearranged my couch because he works remote, and so he can go into the office, but it's going to be a little bit further away. So we've now made room for a desk.
Yeah.
And at first, I'm not going to lie, I was very negative about this. I was like, I don't want that.
You get into a routine. You like the way you like things. But you know what? Soon it's going to be, I hate to bring the term up because we haven't used it forever, but the new normal. It'll be.
New normal.
It'll be, but the excitement too of that change and what that change means is exciting.
It is so exciting. And I'm really looking forward to that because there's going to be so many like new things that are going to be happening in our life where it's like, oh, you really discover things about someone.
Oh yeah.
When you live with them and it's like, oh, okay, well, I signed up to be with this for eternity. And I'm pumped about that.
And it can change too.
It can change.
It can change. There are so many factors.
Yeah.
And
we've both talked about, and I wouldn't say like, oh, I'm getting married older. I think I'm getting married at a pretty average age, but compared to when my siblings or my parents got married, it is a lot. It's not a lot, but it's certainly older than them. So when you've been living on your own for so long,
you become very independent. Yeah.
You become independent. You kind of like have your way, you have your routines, and it's like, wow, we're both really going to have to like
adjust. But then you can also think about the fact that you're going to have somebody there that then you can rely on for different things. Then the chores are also split. Something that you might not like, the other person can take over. Like Ashley and I are that way too. For me, it's like I am in charge of certain things and the trash and all of this stuff and making sure that, the maintenance around the house. And she's like, go for it. She's like, I got the laundry. I got this because I despise that. So you find a very cool balance on what works. But then also seeing how that other person will recognize what it is that they need to step up and do, and just even doing that without saying.
Yeah.
Which sometimes, I still try to figure that out.
Yeah.
We're not judging over here.
The hidden expectations in my mind. Yes. So it's been really exciting though. And it's been neat. Like, we had our shower. And so I was able to bring some of that stuff that we got gifted and kind of put it away. And it's just like, I'm pumped. I actually am kind of over talking about it though. I would just like it to be here.
It's going to be here quick.
I know it's going to be here quick, but it's just like not quick enough. I'm just like, come on. Like, and then it's going to be over. But I also feel I'm so excited for it to come because then I know I'm going on vacation. I'm going on vacation. I can't wait to go on vacation. I haven't been on like a real vacation since the holidays, and I'm just ready for it. I'm like, give me that vacation.
I don't even know when's the last time I went on vacation. I know I go on work trips, but that's not a vacation.
You have one coming up.
I do.
So I'm happy for you.
I leave Saturday. But that makes me think about it. I don't think I really took off during the holiday. I have a problem taking off.
I don't think so either. Did you go anywhere for spring break?
Did I?
Did you do a
Oh yeah, we went to Chicago.
Okay.
We did. We took a couple of days.
Like a little mini vacation.
Yeah, but I still worked in the hotel room.
Okay, well, it sounds like you need to unplug.
I kind of have a problem. I mean, you know that about me. I have a problem unplugging. I have a problem turning things off.
Right.
And sometimes I feel like too, it can be our industry too.
Right. Totally.
Being in this world of radio and TV, it doesn't really stop. And depending on what your roles are, what your duties are, it doesn't stop. But I really am going to try to unplug.
That's good.
I will be taking my stuff. And
yeah,
I was told to not open my bag, but
Okay, well, as long as you don't open the bag. I don't know why you're taking your stuff to begin with, though. Do you think there's an emergency is going to happen?
You sound like my
wife.
They
can figure it out.
Can they?
Yeah, they can.
But what if somebody's like, we need this or we need that?
Well, tell them you're on vacation.
But
tell them you don't have your stuff. If you have your stuff, you're opening up the door. If you don't have your stuff, there is no open door. You could just really be unplugged.
There's so many things I want to say, but I can't say right here. But no, I really do a good job. And like, I think it's habit. And also it's my anxiety and my OCD that if I don't, it's like having chapstick in my pocket. I have to have it in there.
Okay.
Even, the last few times I opened because like it was needed.
Yeah.
And with certain situations right now, it's potential that it could be. But I will say, most of the last few times that I have taken off, I didn't open it.
Don't open the bag.
Okay. I really try not to. It's a fail.
So it's more of like a safety, just like you feel better having.
It's a mental thing.
A mental thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
because
allowed.
we know my mental state's just completely jacked.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, everyone's is, so don't feel bad about that. But I do know what you mean about having that. I used to be, when I first started in TV, I remember I felt like I always had to have my work phone on me, and now I lose it all the time. I'm like, I don't need that. I don't want to see that. I don't care. I don't know.
Have you ever heard?
It don't matter.
It's impressive. I've got some coworkers that they are able to clear out everything before the end of the day on their emails.
Oh, wow.
They call it white at night.
Wow, that sounds like really peaceful.
How does that work?
Yeah, I don't know how they do that.
That's impossible. Like my phone's just blowing up again.
Yeah.
I don't even know how. Like, I'm actually sitting low on emails and it's stacked. And everything's on fire, I feel.
I have a lot of things that are flagged. For me, I would say like when it's like unplug on a vacation now, which I know you feel this in the radio industry, in the TV industry, there is a lot of push toward social media, obviously being digital. And so, and we're having so much fun on Show Me. Like we were posting way more than we usually do and like getting creative. But I find that's hard to turn off.
Yes.
Because that's on my personal phone.
Yes. And sometimes that can be tough too. And I'm trying to get better about the post and ghost, get something up. It's just weird.
It is really weird.
It's just weird.
And that's why when people give people who are full-time content creators a tough time, I always sort of push back and say, one, it takes a lot of confidence to put yourself out there like that.
Yeah.
Two, it actually is a lot of work.
The back end is a lot.
It's a lot. And because content creating really works the best when you're bringing people with you in all elements of your life.
Yeah.
When it's not just like, this information, like, no, like when people are having this parasocial relationships with these influencers. And so that means that they're taking you around all the time. And as someone who has made those videos, I'm like, yeah, it takes you out of the moment. So I have in my head, my honeymoon, of course I want to capture photos.
But
of course I want to capture videos, but I don't want to think about that.
And I have a big thing for me is I am trying to be in the moment because I have spent so much out of the moment built into that.
Right.
But with that being said, Dusty on Air on Instagram and Dusty Radio on Facebook and then TikTok, same thing, all the things because I will be posting while we are because like our trip I am very excited about. And it's a place that I love to go. So I will be posting about it and sharing the things and creating the content.
Right.
Or at least try my best. And you know what's wild too? It's like I was doing something it's like I think sometimes content can also be created naturally without you even realizing it.
Totally.
And I think that's another thing too. It's just it's a mindset. It's so wild, but that's just it is the world we live in.
Right.
And some people are calling this content.
Yeah, they are. This would count as content. I have found that for content creating, I know we got a little meta there. For content creating, too, if I'm not having fun creating the video,
the viewer's not going to have fun.
It's not it's just like not fun. So that's why, to your point, like Disney, I get where you're going, but where you're going, like
it's not a shocker to people. If you follow me, you know that we go there a lot.
Yeah, you're going there and like you're having fun. You want to share this, like you want to help people. The moment it becomes a chore, which sometimes when it morphs into your job, it can become and feel a little bit like a chore. That's when it's like, oh, I'm dragging. Like it's like late at night. I'm trying to finish this video, and I'm like, this like isn't even worth it. Whereas we have a video that we made on Show Me St. Louis's account that has 1.8 million views.
Are you talking about the cheerleaders?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so what did you have to do? Put your foot at the knee? Is that is it like tough?
So I was watching the episode and I was like, that's so interesting. She's critiquing her to put her foot at the top of her kneecap. And I lifted my foot up to try it. I was like, wow, that's actually harder than I thought. Okay, here we go. Go ahead. Okay.
I hold it?
No, you can't hold it. And it's also not supposed to be flared out like that. It's supposed to be like that.
Feel like a flamingo.
Yeah, it's hard. And it's impressive that they do it repeatedly, up and down, up and down. Anyways, all this to say, it's hilarious that so many people are resonating with this video and they're doing what you're doing, which is trying it. Because that was like at 4:15, it was the end of the day. And like, I was like, you guys, this is so funny. We should try this. We had so much fun messing around with it. And it's like, of course, that's how content creating works.
It is wild how certain things, I mean, that's the 6, 7.
Right.
Things that you don't expect to take off or to be a thing. Go. There was actually one of the members on the Bobby Bone show. She even brought it up because she was at the thing that Taylor was at. And she goes, I was hoping that my video was going to go viral. And Bobby goes, oh, like, everybody else that was in the building shooting the exact same video. But that's to that point. It's like sometimes, and I think anybody, if you like creating content, like this is something really that I feel, and I can see it too.
Yeah.
The viral stuff is organic.
Totally.
Anything that is natural, organic, that people can gravitate towards, that is sometimes what takes off better than anything because it is relatable. It is organic.
Right.
But you can't you can't fabricate that.
Yeah.
And I feel like so many people are trying to create something that isn't there.
Totally. But
Oops,
with
sorry.
all that being said, be unplugged on your vacation. And that's, to me, be unplugged as well. I've been trying to do it more on the weekends. I'm pretty good on Sundays, but I could be better on Saturdays too.
My top tier content is, sharing pictures of my grass and playing golf.
You do share a lot, and I enjoy seeing it, and your whiskey. I enjoy seeing it. I'm like, oh, he's having a good day. That's so exciting. How long have we been talking for?
I don't know.
It's felt like kind of like it's time to go, right?
Making me feel good over here. I feel like I'm done talking to you, Dustin. I think we've kind of hit that max
I feel like
capacity.
this has been enough content. So
we don't want to force it. We want it to be organic.
Yeah. So I won't see you next week because you're on vacation.
Nope.
But then I will see you again, and then I'm gone for my wedding, which is exciting.
Yep.
And my honeymoon, and then we'll kind of be back at it for August. So crazy. The summer, just like that, every time.
Insane.
It never lasts long, but I always enjoy
when we
it.
were kids,
I know.
it lasted forever.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I know. I don't understand it, but I love the month of July.
July is also your birthday month.
It's my birthday month. It's America's birthday month.
Because
it's the birth of my marriage.
You and my younger brother, have the same birthday.
I love that. There's oddly a large amount of people with my birthday. So does Johnny Depp.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I think. I might have made that up. Okay, well, Dusty, as always, thanks for coming. This was fun.
Thanks for having me.
Yay! Oh, I hate when it ends on a one shot. Can we move the cameras? Cameras!
Check. There it is.
Bye, everyone!